From r/am I the a-hole, a story where a life-changing inheritance introduced a new variable to the classic family equation, a sibling who was a stranger, and a mother who believed DNA was a valid claim check. I always thought I was an only child. That changed about a year ago when I found out I have a sister, Lucy. My mother had her with her first boyfriend in college and gave her up for adoption at birth. My dad knew, but I was never told. Lucy reached out to my mom and they've built a relationship. They have lunch, she's come to a few family events. We get along fine, but we're different people. She feels like an acquaintance or a friend of the family. I know we're related by blood, but that connection just isn't there for me. Now, for the complicated part. A few years ago, my grandparents on my mom's side passed away. They were my mother's only child and I was their only grandchild. They left their entire estate to me. My parents are financially comfortable, so they were fine with it. On my 20th birthday, I got access to the money. It was much larger than I ever anticipated, around $6 million. This is why I can't talk to friends about it. It's not exactly a normal problem to have. Nothing clarifies familial bonds quite like the sudden appearance of a seven-figure sum. A few weeks ago, my mom sat me down and asked me to share the inheritance with Lucy. I explained that while I know we're related, I don't feel the kind of connection that would merit giving her a massive sum of money. My mother did not take this well. She called me extremely selfish and said Lucy could really use the help with college debt. Here's where I might be the a-hole. I don't see her student debt as my problem. Family is who feels like family, not just who shares your DNA. My grandparents knew Lucy existed, even if they never met her, and they still left everything to me. And it's not like she had a tragic life. She was adopted by two lovely people, an accountant and a teacher. The definition of family becomes remarkably flexible when it's time to reallocate assets. For the record, I'm not just hoarding it. I'm starting law school and plan to use the money to open my own firm one day. But right now, I'm left wondering if protecting my future is just another word for being selfish. The online audience was largely sympathetic to the original poster, viewing the mother's request as a well-intentioned but fundamentally flawed overreach. The discussion largely pivoted on the grandparents' documented intent versus a newfound sense of obligation. One highly upvoted perspective cut through the emotion with legalistic precision. The grandparents made a conscious choice with full awareness of the facts. Honoring their wishes isn't greed, it's fidelity. Another comment highlighted the situational irony. It's fascinating how your mother, who kept the sibling a secret for your entire life, is now the leading authority on what constitutes familial duty. A final observation took a wider view. This isn't a request for you to share your birthday money. This is a demand for you to rewrite a legal will to accommodate an emotional narrative you didn't write. So a young man was left a fortune by the grandparents who raised him, only to be asked to subsidize the life of a woman his own mother gave away. If an inheritance is a final message of love and intent from the departed, at what point does a living person's guilt become a reason to ignore it?